On to the part of free running. This time we're going for the Plaza. The Plaza is kind of in the middle of its size. It has a good amount of, like, you know, rooftop areas and floor area. It actually is a pretty neat sort of area to be in. However, it does have its rather iffy objectives, so there's that. So first of all, we do the free running thing. You know, the whole just running around doing some side missions here and there. Also looking around for anything like, you know, videos or CDs and such. Now, there is a bit of area to actually look into. As you can see, there's like the staircase around here, and there's like a few sort of areas just way off from here. A lot of area just doesn't really get touched. Like this stair area, it's a starting point for one of the missions, but otherwise it's just pointless to be there. Other times there are some like actual places to explore in, but you know, most of the time it's just going to be kind of a clusterfuck in some cases on what you can do and where you can go. And this area here, this entire little hallway area here and such, no purpose to it. It never gets used. So, yeah, there's a good amount of area in this game, in this entire level here, where you just don't really get a point where you need to worry about it. Like you just see it, and that's it. There's nothing to really gain from it, nothing to really get from going there. You can forget it even existed, really, and you'll be fine. This is fountain area, though. The water here will definitely slow us down, so there is that. But otherwise, it is just mainly okay. And our first side mission is right here, so let's take care of it, shall we? Can't touch the floor at all. First, let's get over to that ring over there. It's not that difficult to actually deal with. We just have to make sure that we don't fall on the ground. And the ground does not constitute these bits here, you know, they kind of are ground. You know, it only counts the actual ground. So just jump across them here, and we're good. Pretty easy one to start off with. It is going to be hard for us to actually get score done if we're doing the trick stuff, because unfortunately it is a clusterfuck here on this floor and anywhere else, really. It is not easy to get anything out of this. Also, there's this. Looks like you can actually do a tic-tac here, right? No, as soon as you do the first tic-tac, the game then just, you know, cuts you off. You can't tic-tac again. So, yeah, you can't tic-tac on that wall, apparently, which is weird. But yeah, over here, however, there is a place we can tic-tac. If we tic-tac from here, we can then climb all the way up to the rooftops. Takes a while, though. There we go. So you can either go up and then onto your right, or you can drop down to your left over here. If you go this way, you have to do a whole bunch of horizontal wall tap, like, you know, tic-tacs in order to get across. If you go around the other way, it's the easier way. Also, this can happen because of that bit there. See, that's kind of fucky. And we get teleported right back over here, so that's great, huh? So yeah, there's a whole bunch of area to look into. We haven't looked at the rooftops yet. We will eventually. But right now, there is a score thing here. And I am going to go ahead and do at least one of them. I believe one of these side missions around here will be starting to do. I believe it's right up here with the stairs. It's like there's a little hole here. There's a few holes around, but this first one here is easy to get to. And there's a side mission right here. And this one, I believe, is it's a race. 5 rings to get to, 4 seconds to do it. Let's go. So run across for your stamina first, because it's quite a bit of a long hallway. You do a bit of a butt slide here. Or an ass grind. And then there's, like, you know, a stamina refill here all of a sudden. Do a bit of leapfrog for it. Go all the way across your stamina, and then start doing that whole wall jumping thing. All the way over. Then, across to your right will be the other way to get up to the rooftops. Go over to it, and the last ring is over that way. And that's how I take care of this bit. See? Pretty easy stuff. Now that we're on the rooftop, we can now explore the rooftop. So, up here, there are a bunch of benches and chairs and such. There's like a bunch of pipes we can, you know, vault around in. And there's also this little gap here of a rooftop, which, you know, you can accidentally fall down from. Luckily, there's a ladder here to get back up if you need to. You can jump across from the middle of it, though. It's a little bit awkward, but you can do it. Otherwise, nothing to really gain from being here. A different part of the rooftop is going up over there, because that part of the rooftop will actually land you over to a whole bunch of other areas. But you know, it's a bit awkward to deal with it. But yeah, it's like about half rooftops, half, you know, floor area, and the rooftops are more fun to deal with compared to the floor, but the floor is, you know, at least more manageable, I guess. Unfortunately, this bit here of the score isn't going to be very fun. There's a bunch of shit all around the place, so actually doing tricks is difficult. However, if you do a trick, like a jumping trick, over onto a, like a fucking object or whatever, that counts as a trick. That counts as a trick you can actually do, called over obstacle. So that can add to your score. So if you do like a, you know, an air trick onto a platform or over an object, you will end up getting points. So there is that you can utilize. There's a front flip, by the way. However, you want to keep, you know, changing up your jumps, because otherwise, you know, you'll start getting that red stuff. Also, you want to make sure you're actually doing, you know, different tricks with the triangle button as well. That way you can, you know, keep doing stuff. But yeah, the jump moves are your best bet if you want to get shit done. Otherwise, doing the triangle tricks are going to be risky. Do some flick flacks to end it off, and there you go. Okay, so next up, there is some objective right here by the fountains. It's a landmark area. The landmark happens to be up to the rooftop, so just run across over to that wall there, do your tic-tacking up there, and then start getting your managing way all the way over to the rooftop area to get to the trophy icon thing at the end. Go to your right, it's easier. It's faster too. Alright, now jump across. Yeah, there's not much else to get to if you go all the way to the right. Just jump across from here. There's the trophy. Get up there and grab it. Easy as. And with that, we have done all of the side mission stuff now. Now it's time for the actual missions. Starting off with, I believe, target hit. Target hit. Okay. 2 minutes 40 seconds to take care of all of these targets here, which is like 36 of them. A lot of fucking targets. Start by jumping right across like so, and then, you know, go across the railing and take care of that, then drop right down like so, and then go across these poles, take care of this, then just jump like that. You know, don't bother about, you know, dealing with all the tricky shit. You want to get past as fast as possible, just run across the floor instead. Do some pole vaulting around here, and then just, you know, again, start running here. Jump across onto that, though, and jump up to that pole like this in order to get over to this one. Then do a tic-tac, or, you know, just go around like the other way and I'll take care of that bit. I recommend doing the tic-tac. And then jump across upwards, don't want to grab that one. Get up there, run across. Yeah, the way this is lined up can actually be really confusing on where to go. It actually fucks me up a bit a few times on just the fact of knowing where to go, because at this point, the lineup the game gives us is going to be kind of messy. It's not going to be very straightforward or even kind of fair at times on where to place shit. So you're going to end up having to restart a few times to even know where the fuck to go. And even when you know where to go, it's still a fucking mess. The game starts having a bad time really giving us a good lineup where to go and where to do shit. And also, the game doesn't have a great time of making stuff work out. Like, I got that pole there. Sometimes the pole grab thing doesn't actually work correctly. It's not good. The later levels are where the game really starts to break apart, honestly. It's also a speed up, a crossover to that wall over there. Don't bother. You should have enough boost to take care of this, so no point going over there. It's a waste of time. Sprint all the way over to here, and then start doing your tic-tacking all across. Make sure you line yourself up for that one, by the way. Get a few more that way. And then go to your left. Don't go down, it's to your left. The camera does make things awkward. Again, that does happen. You know, the reversal weirdness. It still happens. It's fucking crap. I got lucky, by the way. I could have fucked myself again. And there you go. That's how I take care of it. And with that, we now got some more shorts we are never going to wear because Adidas is too overpowered. Next up, I believe we have, yeah, free race. The free race here is pretty easy, 1,500 points. You start off over by the balcony, no, the staircase. Okay, so from here, all you have to do is basically just get some points right off the bat. Do some tricks. Because this guy goes on pretty slowly, so you have enough time to take care of this. Because you use your sprint when you're done. See? Now, if I go up the stairs, no, it's up the stairs. You have to go across and do the whole jumping thing. So, already I'm fucking myself over because the arrow is, again, a bit weird. I could have ended up failing here, but I got a bit more further than him and ended up, you know, actually being before him. Just barely, but it was enough. Look how close this was. My god. And done. And with that, we got blue Adidas. There we go. Some more overpowered clothing. Okay, next time I'm just going to end up showing you a collectible, which is a video clip collectible. It's in Chase and Race here. 5,000 points on to get this one done for gold. So, over on this part of the rooftop, you'll find the video just right there. Go ahead and grab that, you'll need it. And now I'm going to jump it over to me actually completing this because it took me a lot of attempts to take care of it. Not only is this annoying to get the points in, because it is a lot of points for a race, like 5,000, 3,000, whatever. But the other problem comes down to what kind of race this is, because this is the only race of its kind. You'll find out what I mean soon, but yeah, it's really weird what this game is doing here. And yeah, doing all of that one combo there was enough for me to end up getting the score I needed in order to take care of the gold. So now it's going to win the race. Which, let's get the score out of the way. The race is not that bad as long as you know where to go. However, knowing where to go is the real challenge because, again, the placement of stuff is kind of weird. For instance, you want to go this way instead of the usual way you've been going so far. And then you'll make sure you don't fuck it up. Because that jump there can be really awkward. You have to jump for it, grab, get upwards, and then jump across over to some pole vaulting like so. Actually, the AI is a bit more ahead of me right now, but that's fine, because guess what? He has some slower landings. He doesn't do, like, you know, barrel rolls down the floor, you know, break falls. He just does normal landings. So just do break falls, they're faster. Fuck normal landings, you don't get anything from them. Got the video tip over there, so I'm fine. Okay, do a bit of a pole vault over here, and then do some weird jumps here, like for instance doing this right here, and then have to make this big jump over here. You can easily end up not getting it. Then do some wall running here for slingshots. Really hard to notice that bit at the beginning. And then you go backwards. And then as soon as you get over this spot, you end up noticing that you're back where you started, but now it's starting to repeat itself. This is the only one of its kind where it's actually lap-based. Every other kind of this, you know, whole race thing is like a sprint from one end to the other. This is literally an actual circuit race. You have 2 laps to get around this entire thing, essentially. It's the only time you end up... Oh, shit. Well, he's dead. Anyway, it's the only time you ever have to do more than one fucking go-around it in some place. And you can see how the tic-tac thing really starts being a problem, huh? But, yeah, you just do the same thing you did beforehand. I guess, you know, it can be difficult to actually do it again in case you have trouble beforehand. But once you know where to go, doing it again is not that hard. You already know what you need to do. even though the game does get really fucky with things, it's not that hard to pull this off, so yeah, it's just kind of a waste of time, honestly. And by this point, you should be far enough ahead and such that you can actually, get more points in case you didn't do that beforehand. And at that point, you'll be able to get the gold easily. Of course, as you can see, my health is pretty low, like half it's gone. But that's fine, and you don't need that much health left to actually win this anyway. As you can see, by the end of it, I will have less than half, and that is still fine of me to win this race with no issues at all. So, yeah. Really easy challenge, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. And now it's time for something actually difficult. This one, I believe, is ground zero. Okay, you can't touch the floor, you got 1 minute to do it, and the way to this ring is actually really awkward. I'm gonna show the path. It requires a lot of jumping off diagonal fucking rails like that. It's a bit weird. I'm not a huge fan of what you have to do here and how you do it. All I can tell you is that it's a really awkward fucking mission here. This is the fastest way, too, as I can find. So yeah, just do what I'm doing here and you're good to go. Otherwise, there is an easier path by going to your left to that area, and there's like some other stuff to get from there. And like you can use that to get around to here. This I find to be faster, so, it's a bit more harder, though, because the hit detection of, where the game takes you and such, again, can be fucky. It's not really good. And then it's time for Flow Challenge, but Flow Challenge isn't that hard, even though the score is really big. 150,000 points is nothing to laugh at. You start off here as well, so, do some good scores here about bailing on the walls, because, it's a bit of a closed area. I got lucky a few times. After a while, do an ass grind to keep your score going. And then, just keep that combo going. Because in this one, if you want to beat this, get the gold, you have to make a big fucking combo your first time. Otherwise, you're screwed.
Butterfly twist.
So yeah, you can't really bail on this one. The score is so big that you have to actually get it all in one combo.
Double healer.
Luckily, though, there are a few areas around here where, there's enough room for you to handle things.
Aerial spin.
And make sure you know what kind of tricks you have right now, because you want to utilize as much as possible in order to take care of this. It will help in the grand scheme of things. You want those greens in order to get the big scores. Another issue, however, is, if you want to, get more than that out of this, out of just, repeating tricks and such, another thing you can do is, going over objects by doing this shit. Again, it's more risky, but if you do the circle button tricks onto those platform areas, those little planters areas, it does count, and it can be helpful that way. So, I mean, you can do it that way if you want, and it can give you more points. I'm not risking it because I don't want to fucking bail. I do use leapfrog though because, it's in the way. This is probably the best chance you're going to use to leapfrog in any fucking mission because it's a bunch of area full leapfrogging. And that can actually help you out in your score too. So, if you want, you also do some leapfrogs around here. So, some vault stuff in order to take care of some more score. But, yeah, I'm good to go. And as you can see, I got a huge score there, and I just beat it by over 200,000 points. That's pretty gnarly. What's not gnarly is this next mission, which is, I find to be awkward. It's a time attack. The time attack is 2 minutes 10 seconds. And it's 30 rings. And the positioning of these rings is confusing. I do not like them. Again, the game is a... Oh, by the way, that planner I got stuck on. If you're wondering why I stood there for a few seconds, yeah, I got stuck on there. The hitbox is weird. It was literally a box. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this one, because you have to then do some of that fucking, Pharaoh vaulting and such on here, and you have to know how to, do it the correct way, or else you're wasting time. And you have to pull it off correctly and such. It's all really awkward here. By the way, keep this area in mind. I'm telling you this right now, it's going to be important later on. But, yeah, keep it in mind, everybody, because that was the only time in a mission we have to worry about that. But it's not the only time we actually have to worry about it in general. Also, got the ring, but at what cost? Oh, it's fine, teleported. Can make a bit of a jump there, make sure I got the jump correct, because it's a bit awkward. There we go. Okay, go upward, and start doing some jumping across. Jump backwards. Kind of rushing it, which so I'm not pressing the X button when I land it. And then you have to then pole vault, which only time you ever pole vault in the entirety of this area.
Pole dance.
It's not that useful, but hey, if you want to do this, you can. Stallion pole vault's a bit fucking wonky, but if you can pull it off correctly, then all you gotta do from there is, you know, get across all these rooftop areas, and that's it. Again, a bit wonky, but just keep at it, and eventually we'll make it through and you get your gold. Like so. And hey, we're nearly done now, because next up is the crash test dummy stuff, which the crash test dummy one for this one might be the hardest one in the game, actually, because it's 100,000 points, and the problem is that you don't get that much time to take care of things. You got 2 minutes, but the thing is, you start off in an area where you don't have that much to work with. Like, yeah, there's some, you're on the rooftops and you're thinking, you know, use one of these things and use it to, like, fall off the roof and get a shit ton of damage on you. It's not that simple, I'm afraid. It's a lot more awkward, because there's no real actual spots to make that happen. The biggest issue, hang on, this is where we can get it, though. That's probably the best way you can actually get it, and even then you don't get that much points out of it. So, yeah, a lot of it's just like minuscule sort of stuff. And the biggest problem is that even if you get some good spots going, you really need to get the points, because you don't get that much time. You got more time beforehand, I believe, on the last one, but in this one, no. This one fucks you on time. So, yeah, this comes a bit of a panic on getting score. You get good spots here, and the game doesn't give you that many good spots. There's maybe like 1-2 good spots the entire time here, but other than that, it's just fucked. The one good spot I know of is right here. There's like 2 explosives in the air and 1 TNT box. If you can get a good lineup, you can actually hit all 3 of them in one combo, which really helps you out, because you got this Jester here. I did not get a good spot going though, so unfortunately I just, you know, didn't get it. And I started panicking because I was nearly done, but I didn't have enough points, and that wasn't going to help me out. Luckily, there was Jester right here. But now I had to rush my ass over to that TNT box and get my explosion to get just enough in order to get the gold. And yes, the water still hurts you. And there you go. I got just enough to get gold. It's a really, really awkward crash test. One of the harder ones. But once you manage, then you can move on. And with that, we got all gold. No backtracking at all. It's pretty much all straightforward from here. Only 2 missions remain, I believe. But right now, let's head back, check out some clothing, check out some tricks, check out some music, and, of course, check out the videos. Actually, did we get any music at all? We don't know. But I knew that we got a video, however. And, you know, I am missing videos, so it's gonna be some backtracking, I'm afraid. We'll get to that when we get to that. No music, I'm afraid. However, we do get some clothing. Like, for instance, maroon Adidas, which gives us a lot more points. I am into red, so maroon's pretty neat. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of these other shirts around here, which, you know, are kind of neat. The blue Adidas top there. But ultimately, the maroon Adidas is the best t-shirt in the fucking game. And now everything's in the green. And as you saw beforehand, like, the fucking running thing was at max beforehand. Yeah, see? both of those were at max. And now we got the white trainers, and now we're just overpowered on both our bars. We have full bars on 2 of them. Our health is all that's left on the green now. Adidas is too powerful. Hot Rod Jump. It's a bit of a flick-flack trick. The flick-flack tricks are really awkward to pull off. I never get any of them to work out, so I don't bother with them. And then we got, gotta back off, do a video now, because next up is video track 7. We missed 6, I'm afraid. So that's 2 we missed. We missed 4 and we missed 6. Missing the even ones. However, here is number 7. What could it be?
Hi, my name's Bam, also known as Ben Milner. No, wait, that's the other way around. That's going in. Whoa! What's up?
In case you're wondering, the actual clip does not have any subtitles. However, there's subtitle tracks and subtitle videos in the files of the game, and they're only in English. So I decided to take the audio from the actual video and put it into subtitle video for you, because the audio is really fucking shitty. Anyway, next time we're going into the building site. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.